What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 17th of June today. Here we are, 22 hours, 37 minutes left in the day, sitting at about $107.1 thousand. We had a bit of a wicked bit of volatility yesterday, pumping up and pulling back down. We're on our way up higher now. I think that we've found our low. Oh, I didn't know that that's what I was using. I thought I was on the brush. I think we found our low here. It was a higher low than this low here, and we are ready to see new all-time highs. We might see new all-time highs as early as today, you guys. As early as today, the 17th, if not tomorrow, the 18th, right? We just started a new day, so when I say tomorrow for anybody in America, I mean the next day, not actually tomorrow. Like for me, tomorrow is the 17th, but on the charts, it's the 17th right now. Looking at the 1 hour time frame and not trying to confuse more people here, looking at this here, we did pull back on that very last hour of the day. Pulled back, had a drop, and then recovered miraculously with some decent volume coming in. Decent volume coming in on the way up as well. We bounced right off of our prior areas of resistance. Typically, whenever you see resistance like this or a consolidation phase like this, whenever you break out, you do expect to find support, back test it. That's what they call that, back testing the breakout point and then running, right? And we got a positive reaction so far. Let's see if we can keep that up. If we do, I think that we'll continue. We'll move past this high, and genuinely, you guys, if we're at 112K or higher, we're at new all-time highs by the end of today. I think it can happen. If we're looking at the 1 hour RSI, this thing found support right at the areas that you'd look for it to find support, right? Higher lows coming in here. Beautiful, beautiful maneuver. Diagonal lines aren't normally helpful in price, but in the RSI, I find that it is actually, that they are very, very helpful. You're in a nice parallel channel going up. You're at the base of the channel. I wonder what's going to happen. You're probably going to move up. And whenever you do move up, you'll likely see a reading that is either just as strong, or if not stronger than this last reading. I would anticipate that we see a move that is somewhat comparable to this move here, if not larger. So something that would take us up to about $111,000. Makes you think that we could see new all-time highs today, right? That's very, very close to our all-time highs. If we're looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour RSI got into the overbought zone, out of the overbought zone. I would call that a rejection off the overbought zone. Even though you got into it, I'd call that a rejection. Typically with rejections on the overbought zone, you look to find support at the 50 or lower. So finding support above the 50 is a little bit of a sign of strength, if anything, if we do find support here. It's not confirmed until we have this 4 hour close, which will take about another 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah, 2.5 hours. But we do have higher lows coming up through this little 4 hour uptrend. And if this uptrend is true and we hold it, we go into the overbought zone, just like the 1 hour, I would think that we get a deeper drive into that. And if we get a deeper drive, you guys, I would think that we see a stronger move than what we saw here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles. That's a full day on the 4 hour time frame, right? 6 times 4 is 24. So 6 candles of upside, more or less. That would probably take us to new all-time highs. We'd be above these highs, probably even above these highs. We'll see. But I think 112K, you guys, today the 17th, if not tomorrow the 18th, by the Bitcoin chart. One of those two. It's going to happen. I think within the next 36 hours or so, we will have new all-time highs. It's happening right now. And then once we're at new all-time highs, all the fear-mongering, all of the concerns, the talks about World War III, people are going to be like, you know what? It's just FUD. It's just FUD. And there are real people dying. It's tragic what's happening across the world, man. It's really tragic what's going on. Whether you are standing by Israel or Palestine or Iran, there's children that are dying on both sides, guys. Right? I think we can all agree that's a terrible thing. So, I don't really want to comment on that too much further. I don't like talking about the news. I think that it gets in your head and it affects your emotions, and that that is not a good environment to be in when making investments or trading, looking at the markets, right? When you analyze the markets, you have to be free of that kind of clouded judgment, and that's exactly what this what media does, man. It just clouds your judgment. It's just a bunch of fear-mongering FUD, but we'll see. We'll see. Things can escalate. I'm not saying they can't, but I don't think we're being held back. I think we'll see new all-time highs sooner than later. And it might be today, the 17th, if not tomorrow, the 18th, within the next 36 hours. Alrighty. We look at the daily time frame here. Daily RSI looks pretty damn good. Getting overbought, not getting oversold, bouncing off that 35-40 area, rejecting the 65-60 area. Sure, a little neutrality here, but overall bullish. You can see the higher lows coming in, the higher highs, getting very, very overbought. You can't even get oversold. You barely even got below the 40. Bullish. Higher low, bullish, absolutely. What are you going to do? You're going to go back into the overbought zone. probably by the end of this month, right? We'll be up there. So I think that we're getting set up for an end of month rally. Absolutely. What's that going to look like? Nobody knows. Everybody's guessing left and right. Some people are saying we're going to move down by the end of the month, right? Anything can happen. I'm not saying that this is a guarantee, but my expectation from here at $107,000, my expectation would be that Bitcoin itself, if we can get it right there, come on now, moves up to about $140,000. That'd be about a 30% move up. That's my expectation. I think that we'll move up 29 to 30%, something like that, right around 140K by the end of the month, if not higher. And then going into July, we should be continuing on that path, going to higher prices, seeing 180, 190K, 170K at the least. That's my expectation. I guess 160K at the least, but somewhere around there. I could go over why I believe it's going to happen beyond just giving you the fibs. I don't really want to. Let's do it. Screw it. It's been a second. Why not? Why not? Okay. So I like to put it this way. It's really simple. I feel like it's the easiest way for people to wrap their head around it. At least for me it is. From a low to a high, and I'm not measuring the high of the consolidation range. I'm not measuring the low of this consolidation range. I'm measuring the move. Low to high. That's the move. 48% right there. The very first move of the bull cycle. Low to high here. Right there. 58%. Get that move. I'm not going to measure this move because it's just in the consolidation range, right? I would say that this, while this is the low, our move didn't start here. Our move started here from this low to this high, just like I'm not measuring that high. You can see that each move is getting bigger, right? And that's exactly what will continue to happen. Low to high here, bigger move. Again, I wouldn't say this move started here from a low. I'm not just trying to prove a point, right? If I wanted to prove a point, I'd just take this low and put it at that high. But I think this move started here from this low, and you can very clearly see, I mean, we only had like 1 week of red after that or throughout this whole time moving up. We moved all the way up here, 106%. One move, two moves, like you can see each of these moves are getting bigger. Systematically, we're seeing larger percentage growths. My expectation then is if we saw something stronger than our last move, and I think this move started here, just happens to be at the low of the consolidation phase, that's at about $155,000. I think 160K makes sense then as a minimum target. Minimum target, why? Because it's a little bit bigger, and every move has gotten a little bit bigger. Also because it's right there at our next fib, the 200 level. Actually, the 200 is not a fib, but the 1886200 area is kind of a range in itself. The 2272 at about 180K, that's where I think we're going. That's primarily because, yes, we do see stronger moves as time goes on, but I think we'll see an enormously larger move. It'll be something that catches people off guard. Bitcoin has been well behaved this whole market, and I think it's going to let loose the goose on this run, man. I think things are going to get real crazy. But something between 160 to 180 between now and the end of July, that's the expectation. Waiting for this week to close green, waiting for this week to get into the overbought zone. When we do that, the party starts. There's no stopping it there. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.